Okay, to finish up on this problem, we want to find C, so I'm going to distribute. And in terms of plugging in A, I will plugging one in for A. I'll do that after I distribute. So look at these terms. They are conjugates of each other. When we multiply conjugates, the middle terms of the four terms cancel, so we only have to multiply the first terms, and the last term is negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Root 3 times negative root 3, first that's a negative. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is simply 3, equal to C over A. So 4 minus 3 equals 1, so 1 equals C over A, and we are setting A equal to 1, so therefore C equals 1. Once again, we have C equal to 1, we have B equal to 4, and A equal to 1, therefore we write the quadratic 0 equals 1x squared plus 4x plus 1. A is 1, coefficient of x squared, B is 4, coefficient of x, and then C equals 1. Okay? Now, for these problems, find case that there are no real roots. You're going to have problems where they tell you something about the roots. Now, what do we know about roots in terms of how many we have? That goes back to the discriminant. We have three equations. B squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 when you have two solutions. B squared minus 4ac is when we have one solution, and less than 0 when we have no solutions. Back to this problem, we have no real roots, which means we have no solutions. So what information can we gather from there? We know for whatever this quadratic is, we know that b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Let's write it down. B squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Note, this problem has nothing to do with sum and product of the roots. It just has to do with the discriminant. Now look at what we have here. Our goal is to find k. We have A, in this case is k, B, in this case is 5, and then C, in this case is negative 8. Let's just simply plug those in. In for B, we have 5 minus 4 times A, which is k, and then C is 8, and that is less than 0. Okay, so I am just, from the directions, I'm gathering information and trying something. Okay, I have A, B, and C within the equation. Let's plug in A, B, and C within the quadratic that we have into this equation, and let's look at what they're asking us to do. They're telling us to find k. Well, look at this inequality. Isn't this an inequality with just one variable, and the variable is k? So what do we want to do? We want to simply solve for k. So k is your 25 minus, let's make 4 times 8 our coefficient of k. We have 32, k less than 0. And now we can either move over the 32k or subtract over 25. If I subtract over 25, we get this. I divide by negative 32. Whenever we divide by a negative, we flip the inequality sign, and let's just change that to positive. So find a value for k that will make that quadratic, based on the information we have no real roots. In order for that to be true, the coefficient A would have to be greater than 25 over 32. Okay, now the other problems like that are either they'll say no real roots, or one real root or one repeated root that would be equal to, or two roots or two solutions. Then use b squared minus 4ac is greater than. There might be a couple more nuances, particularly if the k is being squared. Give it a try, and then we will meet back on Monday. Note on the sum and product, do not do number 16 and 18.